everyone. Welcome back to my book reviews. My name is Michelle and I do 5-star book reviews. That means every book I review, I give 5 stars to. And today we are talking about this very special book right here. You're looking at it, Crescendo. And I've been practicing saying that, Crescendo. I think it's Crescendo. I was saying Crescendo in my head and then somebody said, no, it's Crescendo. And I'm like, Crescendo. Yes, Crescendo, the story of a musical genius who forever changed a southern town. Came out July 16th. Who is he? Fred Allen. What town did he change? Thomasville, Georgia. This book was written by Alan Cheney, who is his grandson. I love that. You have no idea how much I love that. When I read that, I was like, yes, I'm reading this book. Julie Cantrell also contributed to it. I love her so much. She is a best-selling Amazon author, and she's written so many books, and she helped Alan with this project of writing the story of not just his grandfather, but his grandparents. Because I look at this as a story of Fred and Winnie, not just Fred and then, of course, his mother, Allison. But anyway, oh gosh, what a great book. And I loved it so much. And I'm going to tell you all the reasons why. First of all, as you will see, 336 pages. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. There's already 41 reviews on this book that are all 5 stars. So, I mean, how much can... and it just came out. Okay? It just came out. So how awesome is that? So up on your screen, this is the blurb on Amazon. A story of mercy, miracles, and melody, and above all else, love. Oh, God. This story is unbelievable. And you know what? I've always wanted to write a story about my grandparents because they were married over 60 years. And I was like, it's such a love story. So when I heard he wrote a story about his grandparents, I was like, yes, I get it. I get it, especially these grandparents, okay? Because his grandfather is amazing. I never heard of him. He was a composer. Back in the 60s, he worked on Broadway. He did all like soundtracks. Really famous guy, okay? Just because we never heard of him doesn't mean anything. But he's a really famous guy and really gifted. And this book, it has to be a movie. I hope it is. I hope I don't. I looked to see if I could tell, but I couldn't tell. But I hope it is already. I would go see this movie. It has to be. It really does. As I'm reading the book, the whole time I'm reading it, I'm like, has to be a movie. It has to be a movie. This would be an amazing movie, and they have to make it happen. And I'm sure it's in the works. So up on your screen, we're going to read the prologue because I love the prologue so much that we have to read it, okay? It has been said that we are lucky if we can find one person who restores our hope when all is lost, one who sees something of worth in us even when we fail to see it in ourselves, or one who helps push us to be better than we thought we could be. For thousands of students who grew up in the quaint southern town of Thomasville, Georgia, that one person was a music teacher by the name of Fred Allen, a man born poor and hungry in the shadows of cotton mills. I love that prologue. I love the beginning. And the story just goes from there. You are going to fall in love with them. You're going to fall in love with him, and then you're going to fall in love with them as a couple. Okay? So my con is, I don't know if it's a movie. That's the con to this book is I can't figure out if it's already becoming a movie, and I want to know. So there's the con. And if you know, if somebody knows, please let me know. Nothing offensive. Nothing. It is an amazing story. Okay. The prose is the story. Okay. The prose is that Alan Cheney has this story of his family and that he was able to write the story so that we could read about him and know about him and be inspired. There were times in this book that I teared up. Okay. The things he said to kids. I had that music teacher, by the way, which is really weird. I grew up in church and our music choir director, whatever you want to call her, I remember her name was Susan Smith. I don't even know whatever happened to her, but I had a very difficult childhood. I had no real musical ability. She accepted me in her choir. I played handbells for her. She was so encouraging. She gave us hugs. I did figure out how to play handbells, so like that was musical, but I couldn't really sing, okay? And she never really told me that I couldn't sing. So I love her for that. But if you have that one person in your life who, at a time when things are difficult, that will give you a hug, that will tell you you're better. And what he did for these kids is amazing, okay? So, so inspiring. I am so happy I read this story. I feel so blessed. Okay, if you want to read an inspiring story, this, like, it's quick, 336 pages. Go get it. It just came out. I love the cover so much, so much. And I love that Julie Cantrell helped him on this. And I'm putting, as I was talking, I was putting pictures up of them. And I just want to tell Alan, like, beautiful job. And I'm so happy for you. I've seen this book all over the place, and I know people are loving it. Please make it a movie. Please. That's all I can say. So, everybody, it is Sunday. Have an amazing day, and until my next book.